Hi everybody, this is a video overview of a large friction folder by Filip de Coene. I believe this is his hybrid model, and this is sort of a Santuco style of the hybrid. These are titanium handles, and it's a friction folder. There is no lock here. Your hand basically wraps around the knife to lock it into place. But I can say that this is not an easy friction folder to close, so I feel okay doing some relatively serious cutting tasks. The other thing is, one of the things that goes on here is that Filip uses an unusual geometry here for the pivot area. Normally a pivot's like right in the middle of the handle, but here he moves it way down in the end, and what that does is it gives you ability to get your hand right up next to the blade. It's almost like a choil and a Spyderco. Your finger's right there. And here it's right there as well. This also acts as a safety feature. Not only does your thumb lock the knife in place, but your fingers prevent it from closing. The knife itself is made, and let's see if we can get this here. This is going to take a lot. There you go. This is a steel from Japan called Suminigashi. And I believe that it's made in a way very similar, or in some way similar to G10, Damascus. And the end result is you get this sort of water, kind of like ripples on the stream kind of effect. And it is just beautiful. It's very subtle, so it's not something you see like immediately, but it is gorgeous. And it's extremely expensive. There's only one source for it that I know of. And Filip got this just hair-popping sharp. I have not seen very many knives that are sharper than this one. And this thing just... it just picks up. It's crazy sharp. It's just... like, look, I just... gone. It is nutty how sharp this blade is. This knife is extremely simple. I think there are, maybe 4 or 5 pieces in this knife. And the end result is a very simple, very easy to use knife. But the blade shape and the handle design are excellent. This knife is fantastic in the kitchen. This is like a folding kitchen knife. It's very sharp. The grind is very thin. The edge, the thickness right behind the edge is very, very thin. So overall, it's just a fun knife to have. And Filip sent this to me as something to play around with and have while he was working on my Mini Explorer. So when I get the Mini Explorer, I'll do a video review of that. But this is the Filip de Coene. I think this is the large hybrid. I know that the design is very similar to the large hybrid. I'm just not sure if this is a blade shape that's readily available in a large hybrid. And everything about this knife is just really good. It's good in the hand, it's good in the pocket, it cuts well. It's really quite big. I mean, look at this. Right? Like that's a big friction folder. I'm not exactly sure what the use is for this. Like, you could definitely EDC it if you wanted. But it just performs so well in the kitchen that, like, as a camp knife or a folding kitchen knife, or it's like a steak knife that you take somewhere because you don't want to use the shitty steak knives that restaurants have, even nice restaurants, this thing would smoke it. It's just good. It's really, really good. And the placement of the pivots is just genius. Really good idea. So when you get a chance, go on over to Custom Blade Works. Take a look at some of the stuff that it does. He has a very unique sensibility. There's no one else that makes a knife that looks like a Filip de Coene. So thanks for watching, and look for a written review soon.